It's Buddy here. I am here for some project shares. I was lucky enough to do some crafting today. Yay! Took the day off. I didn't even want to go to the beach. I just stayed home and I had this thing I just needed to craft. So I stayed home and I worked on a couple projects. I'm working on the swap for Scrap the World for Tamika Scrap. Tamika's swap. I also was working on one of the Vicky hearts. I am in love with those Vicky hearts, and I was working on one. So I just wanted to come on and share. I'm sorry about my voice. People say that they can't hear me. I try to speak as loud as I can, but I'm sorry. Anyway, first of all, let me show you this little flower that I made. I found this beautiful fabric at the thrift store, and I bought it, and I love the colors, and I love how the flower came out. So Vicky flowers. So I just have it there. So now that I'm showing you this flower, I use the same material to make a flower for the Vicky heart that I made. And let me show it to you. This is the Vicky heart that I made. Isn't it cute? I love how it came out. It's just I used to have some satin. I'm not crazy about the color of the satin, but since I'm still practicing, just to make sure that it comes out well, I decided to use this fabric. It's like a goldish yellow, and I sewed the heart by hand. I love sewing, and then I covered the sides with this beautiful vintage lace from my stash. I've had it for a very long time and I really love it. It's just a delicate little lace. So I glued it around the heart. Then this is the same little flower that I made, Vicky flower that I made out of some scrap fabric that I had. This is a little applique that I had left over from a project that I was working on. And then this little piece is, I got this from the swap, the embellishment swap that I got from Alicia, who's Alicia's Glitz and More. She made the embellishment. She was my partner and she gave me a bunch of beautiful embellishments, and I wanted to use, I thought this was perfect for this one because of the colors. And then I hung some pieces of tulle, some lace, and some pearls. And these pearls are also from my stash that I have. And then I put a piece of ribbon of, this is actually a crochet trim, and it just hangs. So this is my Vicky heart. Thank you so much for the inspiration, Vicky. I love these little hearts, and I get to practice my sewing, which is always good. Okay, so let me put this to the side here. And isn't it cute? Isn't it totally cute? I love how that heart looks. Anyways, and then this is my we have a swap going on with Tamika Scrap the World, and we are supposed to make a tag, and you have 5 partners just to make a tag and send it in. So it's nice and easy, but she wants you to do something different and interesting. So let me show you that I am into mason jars these days. I love mason jars. So I have the Sizzix mason jar die, and I decided to make my tags as little mason jars. And I use natural, I love how they look. They're vintage looking. They're not perfect because I use just regular burlap fabric from the craft store, from the fabric store. I went and I bought some burlap fabric, and I love just the, I don't know, country textures, just rough and vintage and beautiful. And then I use some Prima flowers to make a little cluster, and I try to use greens and blues. I didn't want to use pinks. So I decided to cut the mason jar from the Sizzix die, and I used this paper because she wanted it to be embellished in the back also. And this craft paper, it's from DCWV. I don't know the name, but it has this foil, so it doesn't need any decorations in the back. Then I covered the front with the burlap fabric, and it's pretty thick. It has 3 layers, and I did a cluster of Prima. I used all Prima flowers and some Prima leaves here, and then I used some of little these are Prima bling also. Prima bling here, some Prima bling there. And then I just got, this is a seam binding that I bought from Candace Scarborough. Hi Candace is hand dyed and I love it. I love, just, you can really tell that it's really homemade. I love the look of it. Crinkled ribbon that was hand dyed. Then this is a little piece from Julie the paper bag lady, and then I put a little embellishment that I bought off of eBay, some little sparkly hearts. So this is my tag. I just think it looks really cute. And then I attached to it the little punch. I have the mason jar punch. I told you I like mason jars. And I just attached a little one that I thought coordinated, and then in the back the to and from, so the person doesn't have to write on it, they can just write on the extra tag. Then the holder at the top is just a piece of seam binding, and the girls, if they want to, it's loosely tied, so they can take this off and add another color seam binding, or take it off and use something else, whatever they want to do with it. So this is they're all basically the same, but I use like different Prima flowers that I had in my stash. So this is a tag that I made, and this will be going out. And then to send it in, I made this envelope. I created it. I just took a piece of 6x12 paper and I just started folding, and then I used my Martha Stewart butterfly punch on the edge here, and it fits the tag perfectly, although it's not gonna be packed like that. But I made these little envelopes to go with the swap, and I just did some little butterflies on the side. I might embellishment a little bit more before I send it out. So just wanted to share the tag that I made for the embellishment swap hosted by Tamika Scrap the World, and I hope the girls like it. Hopefully this will be going out this week. And just wanted to share also the little Vicky heart that I made. I love how this heart turned out. I love it, I love it, I do. And then here is the tag that I made for the embellishment swap, and I hope you like it, ladies. This will be going out. And thank you, my new subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for visiting my channel. It's a pleasure, it's an honor that you decide to look at my videos. And if anybody else wants to subscribe, you're much more than welcome to. And you all have a good night. Bye.